Welcome to Talk Legal, brought to you by the Young Lawyers section of the Chicago Bar Association, featuring Micah Reeves and special guest, Judge McWilliams.
I had the opportunity to zoom in with the Honorable Judge Clare McWilliams, presiding judge of the asbestos litigation docket, jury trial judge, and my former boss at the Circuit Court of Cook County. We had the brief chance to catch up and the opportunity to discuss what the court has done to assure access to justice during this global pandemic.
Hi, Judge McWilliams. Thank you so much for joining the Young Lawyer section of the Chicago Bar Association for Talk Legal and sharing a bit of your knowledge and experience with us today.
Hi, Micah. I'm happy to do it. It's great to see you, and I miss you because everyone should know that Micah was my law clerk for a period of time, too short of a period of time. And it's always great to see you, and I'm happy to do this.
Thank you so much. It's good to see you too. So what specifically have you done in your courtroom to assure a smooth transition from in-person to digital practice during this global pandemic?
Well, back in March, we went right to work, putting together a case management order, getting our Zoom set up, telling the lawyers that we're still here. We want them to work. We want them to be active. And we are actually more busy than I think that we were before the pandemic. We increased the availability of the motion calls, the accessibility to the court. I think about 3/4 of the states in the union have declared, legal and lawyering as essential work. So we have to stay working, and it is essential. And people are panicked about not being able to work during this time. So we're making sure that everyone is staying working and the cases are moving.
Do you believe the court system will or should go back to the way it was for motion practice prior to the pandemic? Will there be in-person motion practice again, or should there be?
We have to remember that the court is a service or a process. It's not necessarily a place or a location. If we can make the court system accessible, I think that that's the main concern. Obviously, if there's jury trials to go forward, that really needs to be done in person, but we're being innovative. Right now, there's new Supreme Court rules about doing at least remote jury selection. So that's something that we can put into process. But it's all about being able to have your cases heard and not necessarily being in that place together.
Do you have any advice for young lawyers who are working in today's world?
Don't forget how hard it was for you to get here. You worked so hard in law school, and it's not easy being a lawyer, Pretend this is your reputation. You keep it right here all the time. Also, in this world of technology, please be kind to more senior lawyers. They may have the wisdom and the legal acumen that you don't have, but they may not have the technology that you have. So, and also, last but not least, this is, we're living in a world where you're not able to go to court, but don't be afraid to go to court once that opens and really get back into it. Trial by fire is a very good way to learn if you're not intimidated by it. And I think many, many of the best lawyers I've ever seen just dive right in.
I love that. That's great advice. Thank you so much.
Good.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us and sharing a little bit about your courtroom with us today. That's amazing.
It's always great to see you, Micah.
It's good to see you too. Is there anything that while you've been stuck at home during this global pandemic that has just brought you joy to keep you sane?
Hang on, I'm looking at my computer screen. And things like this, Micah, that hold up my computer in place. It brings me a great deal of joy. I have just received this as a gift, and it's all good.
Richard Simmons. You can grow that hair out, and you can get your fitness on with him being your inspiration.
Absolutely. This reminds me to stay in shape every day, Micah, which is also a very important thing. Stay fit during the pandemic.
Absolutely. The wellness segment.
Listen, if we were to ask people to pull out whatever it is that's holding their computers up on a daily basis, I'm worried what we may see. Just saying.
I'm just as worried.